Hello, I'm Chelsea Toronto.
I'm Dr. Lindsay Regier.
And welcome to this week's episode of
Advice from Your Besties. We're going to take your questions and answer them to the best of our abilities. And in case you ask a stupid question, I will.
Oh, I know. I saw that. I was real fired up. Let's not even dignify. Come on now.
We will put you on blast on Instagram.
Yeah, we're like, what are you, stupid? All right,
so, buyer beware.
Yeah.
Okay. What's the worst way to die between, we're going to pick two, either drowning or burning alive?
That's an excellent question.
I still think that drowning.
Oh, come on. You know what? You're just trying to be a stinker and do it for performance enhancement.
Okay, this is what I was thinking. We talked about this earlier, and I thought drowning would be the worst way to go because you're trying to gasp for air. You have water coming in, water coming up your nose, and you know that it's happening and there's literally nothing you can do about it. And that sounds miserable.
Yeah, no, it sounds miserable.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it.
Right.
You're dying. Super awful.
Yeah.
However, there is a possibility that burning to death might be worse.
Yeah. After you read me a blog post of someone who has almost died by fire and water and having your hand melt off of you.
He said that you can see the flesh burn melting off of you and that you're in extraordinary pain that you've never been intended to feel and you can't. What else did he say? And that you cannot shake it off. You're forced you are forced to sustain the world's most awful, extraordinary, excruciatingly painful thing, and it doesn't stop.
Yeah. So, yeah, after I read that, I was like, okay.
So let that be if you can't really, if you're at a push on these kind of questions, go read someone's review of dying by fire. And you're like, yep,
that wins.
That review got me.
I would also say, I know this isn't an option, but being buried alive, being buried alive,
it's up there with drowning.
Yeah.
No, I get that breathing and not breathing is a real trigger for you.
It is. Because I love to breathe. I'm an avid breather.
Yeah, no, I get it too.
Yeah.
I'm always worried about suffocating. There's no doubt about it. But I just think if you put yourself in the place of burning to death.
Yeah.
I'll take the other one. It seems a little less violent.
True.
It seems a little more peaceful.
Yeah, I guess I could die of carbon monoxide poisoning.
Oh, for fuck's sake. I don't think you get to pick. Go on. What's another one?
Okay. What are you manifesting? Well, I would love to have my car back next week. As much as I love spending time with everyone.
Yeah, last episode she's like, I love spending time with you.
Oh,
my fucking car.
The only reason why is because it's really impeding my workout schedule. And I want to get back on my regular routine of working out and not having my car messes with that. That's literally the only reason why.
Well, let me know if I can help with that.
Okay.
Do you want me to take you somewhere?
Yeah. I don't want to inconvenience everyone, so...
We could throw it out there.
Okay.
You can ask.
I'll ask.
They always say it never hurts to ask.
I'm manifesting being on Wheel of Fortune this year.
Oh, yeah, she is. I was like, Lindsay, why is that your name tag on your thing? She's like, because I'm manifesting being on Wheel of Fortune. I was like, oh, yeah, totally.
Yeah.
Duh.
Duh. I'm manifesting.
You better say the podcast fucking
That was
soon.
my next one.
Okay, the car is lope is peanuts. That is low bearing fruit. Let's not waste our energy on your...
I'm starting with the easiest ones that are happening, I think. And then the one that requires a little bit more work is there is X amount of dollars that I want to make from the podcast every single month by the end of the year.
I want to feel like we're a really big fucking deal.
Yeah.
And that it's not, okay, let me rephrase. The feeling I'm hoping to manifest soon is the same feeling we had when we hit those huge milestones back in February, March.
Yeah.
That is the feeling I would like to feel for a sustained period of time.
Mm-hmm.
What does that look like? Why are we getting that? I don't know. Yeah. I don't even know what's available in terms of creating happiness and fulfillment on this podcast journey. But I do know if it feels like that, I want lots more of it because that was the most intoxicating feeling I'd ever had. I think I talked about that.
Yeah. I do have to say, I'm feeling like we have a lot of momentum going right now. I'm feeling momentous. And
I don't.
Oh, I do.
Why?
Yeah.
How so?
Because we're gaining consistent followers on YouTube. We're gaining consistent subscribers on TikTok. We're on a good roll with our topics and everything coming together. So I'm
I do
feeling
like our
like,
topics. I love
yeah.
our
And
episodes. They're
like
so entertaining.
we're getting traction and we're being like very consistent.
This is in that montage where they're like, just do the work, just be
Uh-huh.
consistent. We're at that point of the game.
We're being relentless.
We're digging deep.
Yeah, we are. What else are you manifesting?
Well, I manifested some crazy things that are just material, but honest to God, they meant something to me. Now that I'm having to defend what matters to me.
What
All right,
materialized?
I'll tell you. So
If you have to.
I inherited my grandmother's wedding ring.
It's beautiful.
It is pretty, isn't
Mhm.
it? Let me show you. Thing is, my grandmother gave it to my mother. My mother has worn it on her finger every day for the last 30 years. And boy, does she shove it in your face and let you know about it. And anytime anyone says it's pretty, because it is a pretty ring. Oh, thank you. Oh, sorry. Oh, thank you. And it's like, this ring is like something like on Titanic, right? It's like the
Mhm.
piece has its own like narrative and whatever it stands for. Well, it is now on. Now I have received it. I don't know. I fucking love jewelry. I didn't get any when I wanted it. I didn't get an engagement ring from Doug, and it broke my heart. I had a great engagement ring, but I had to give it to my brother. And so that's kind of a deep set. It like hits the nerve of feeling insecurity and giving the great diamond ring I did have that I love so much to my brother. So when I'm in yoga, because we go to yoga at that, and it's an affluent area, I look to the left and I look to the right, and all these bitches with really big diamonds on. I'm like, I want one. I want one so bad. If I'm fucking honest. And then I got one, and I was like, ooh, whoa, that manifesting thing's real. I should try something harder.
You're like, "Ooh, I
But
have the power."
it took a long time. Somebody might come at me and say it doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter to you. And that's good.
Yeah, that's fine.
It's fine.
Okay,
That's what I'm manifesting. How's that? Was that a good one?
that's a good one.
Shit. Kind of blacked out there.
Let's see. Any strategies on how to stop my neighbors from saying hi to me and my dog every time I see them?
Ooh, I do love this one.
Ooh.
I want to sink my teeth into
Um,
this bad
my
boy.
only strategy is that I try to wear a hoodie when I really don't want to talk to anyone, and I put my hood up and I look down and I just try to avoid eye contact. But also, I am the type of person that will come up to you and say hi to you and your dog.
Assholes.
Yeah.
Hey, why don't you just say, Chelsea, can you help me with this? Because
Yeah.
friend, here I am for
Yeah.
you.
Tell us your strategies.
Okay, well, I live in a building. There's like 600 people that live here. So there's 4 floors behind me or whatever. There's floors beneath me, and we're all riding the elevator at the same time because if you're a dog owner, you are all on the same schedule.
Mhm.
These are your people, and you will see them sometimes more often than you see your spouse. Okay, so you're on the same schedule, and I don't know why some people can't pick up on social cues. I don't know. I don't know why they're limited to think that now that I see you 4 times a day, that we're going to pick up the conversation. I don't anticipate talking to the guy in the elevator more than I talk to my best friend. Like, that's not fair just because we happen to be around each other. So you are going to have to dig deep and be okay with this because it does take a like strengthening of the soul. And just if they say, how are you? Good. That's it.
Ooh.
You don't ask back because you're starting to try and show them boundaries. They don't have any. And so you're going to have to teach them. There will be times where you have to manage your expectations of not being friendly. What does that really look like? Are you getting into an elevator together? Because in which case you're going to have to acknowledge them. You can't like pretend you can't see them. So you give them a head nod and that's it. You will have to continue to do that. I'm talking about that Sean thing.
Yeah.
Oh my God. So there's this guy in my building and I see him because he smokes. He lives at home and he smokes like every 35 minutes. And so I will see him quite a bit as I'm coming and going. This guy is a fucking mastermind. I love him. Shout out to Sean because he will go off of whatever I'm doing. Like I see he's there, but I choose not to look at him because I'm seeing him 18 times a day. And I'm like, I'm just going to look right past him. Is that weird? Totally. But I'm not going to. Okay. And then, or when I want to say hi, I'm like, hi, Sean. He's like, hi, Chelsea. And then, or I'll give him a nod. But he gives me the range in which I can pick because I'm not, I don't always want to be like, hey, Sean.
Mhm.
Same with your person. So you're probably only seeing them 4 times a day. You can cheat. Don't cheat though. You're better than that. You can just wear headphones.
That does not always work.
But if you wear the big ones,
Oh.
you can just be like, you could buy the cheap ones at Walgreens, pretending like you're really listening to them, or write us. I'll give you and like pretend like you're not listening. Wearing a hoodie is weird. I do it because people know I'm weird. But if you're trying to be on the up and up and like get this person to back off so you don't have that anxiety and the stress that you're thinking about every time, oh no, I hope I don't run into him. This is why you have to like not cheat, and you have to just be like, or you just say, hey, walking my dog really helps me relax. I'm sorry, I'm not very social.
Yeah. That's a good one.
Oof, I would never do
I
that.
know, I'm like, I would never do that,
Ew.
but it's really implied when I go to the park early in the morning, I'm like, "Please no one talk to me,"
Yeah, so
because
I don't
we're
feel like
all
mean mugging either, though. Like, I'm tired of putting out bitch energy
yeah.
vibes just so that you don't approach me. It's unfortunate. Oh, you know what else is unfortunate? That we've given people a blank check to go rape ladies in the woods.
Well, that took a turn.
And another thing. Where are you going?
Our life got in October.
Timber.
Ah, I guess that means it's time.
And that's a wrap.
Okay, thank you for all your questions. We didn't even get to all of them, but we'll answer them, I think, on Instagram later. Thanks for listening. Share this episode with your bestie. Follow us on Instagram and on TikTok at SoFiredPod, and we'll see you next week.
Bye.
Bye.
Disclaimer. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only. The stories and statements expressed herein are experiences and opinions. They may not represent the views of the production studio or the hosts. If you disagree with our content, that's okay. No podcast is perfect for everyone.